Alright, well, hey everyone. I just want to take you through an example here of how you can add a second series of data onto a Google Graph. So if you have more than one piece of data that you want to try and graph, I want to show you guys how to do that today. So what we could do, for example, is if we wanted to add a new column of data, something like Y2, and of course you would name this appropriately for whatever lab you were doing, whether it was grams or milliliters or whatever type of data that you were graphing. You have this second set of data and you want to graph it now. So you're going to do this from the Edit Chart menu on the graph, and the template that you guys get is going to have this done for you already. But I want to show you how to do it just in case you ever need to on your own sometime. So in the data range here right now, you can see it's currently set to A4 to B1003. And all that means is that it's going to start at cell A4 for the graph, and it's going to look all the way down to cell B1003. Now, I highly doubt you'll ever need more data than that unless you were doing something that you were using a sensor or something that was taking data automatically multiple times a second. Then I guess I could see it, but it's probably not going to happen under normal circumstances. So anyway, in order to include the second set of data, the stuff that's in the C column, all that I need to do is change that data range to go all the way over to C. So I'm just going to change that letter B to a C, and now I have that included second column from my second set of data. Now, the limitation is that Google will only allow you to use one set of data for your x-axis, and that means that you have to be limited to only that one column for your x information. It is smart enough, by the way, that it will automatically update whatever you type in there. Like when you're doing the actual lab, and you should be labeling these. You shouldn't be just leaving them as the placeholder, x parentheses units. So like say I'm doing a lab where it's volume and milliliters that I'm graphing, right? The graph will automatically update those values. It didn't because I need to click out of the cell. There we go. When I go to the edit chart, you can see that it's replaced that with volume in milliliters. So it's very clear and straightforward of what you're putting on the x-axis, so that's nice. Now, as far as adding that second set of data, what I need to do is I just need to click the Add Series option down at the bottom area there, and I'm going to choose my second set of y-axis data. So in this case, it's just my default Y2 here. And you can see it's on the graph. So that's pretty much all you need to do. Now, the problem might be, what if your x values aren't the same for both sets of data, right? Like, what if you need to use different numbers for the second set of data? And that's fine, you can actually do that. So you're only allowed to use one column for your x data, but that doesn't mean that you can't put different numbers in there. And so what I'm just going to do here is I'm going to type some different numbers in for like my second set of data. I just need to make sure that this is for Y2. Those numbers that I typed in are what I want for my Y2 data. And so I can just put that there like that. And the graph, it works exactly like it should. Like here's 1.5 comma 4 graphed out for us exactly the way that we would expect it to be. So everything works. We're pretty happy with that. It's not the most obvious way to do it, but you can see you can clearly graph two sets of data. You can have a set of data here for x1 and y1, and then I can have a second set with y2. So hope that helps. Good luck and happy graphing.